What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Spectators. Today, we're back with another preseason NFL tier list. It's me, Brooklyn, and Gerard. We're back again. What's up, boys?
Yo, what's popping?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yes, sir. We're doing wide receivers today. We did quarterbacks last week, wide receivers today. We got one more of these coming out with running backs eventually. And we got a couple of distinct tiers for you guys. As you can see, we're starting at the top. Elite, borderline elite, number 2, system, mid, prospect, who are you, and trash. For the most part, they're pretty self-explanatory. System is we think they're pretty good in the right system. So essentially, at most a number 2, and they could be a number 3 depending on where they are. Mid, we just don't think they're very good, but like usable. Trash, they suck. Who are you? Why? And yeah, so we're gonna go through everybody. We're gonna do it the same way we did last week. We're gonna start with Brooklyn. He's gonna take one, go down, and we have like 90 names on this list, so we're gonna try and go through them as fast as we possibly can. Sound good?
Yes. Sounds
Let's
good.
get it.
Let's get
First
it,
one
boys.
off the board. We got Adam Thielen, and we're gonna put him at number 2. That boy, he's perfect at a number 2 right now with the Vikings with that boy Jay Jettas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely one of the best number 2s in the league.
yeah,
Yeah.
fitting right in. So
Yeah. Touchdown machine.
Yeah. And he can't dance though. But
No, he cannot dance. He did try and
There you
gritty, and it was kind of fun.
pretty funny. Next, we're on to AJ Brown, and AJ Brown is that borderline elite. To me, he's right there, like right on that cusp. Crazy thing is, he's only 25, so I'm sure the next year or two, maybe even this year, if him and Hurts get it together, he'll be right up there with the elites. Just impossible to tackle him, basically. So
Best quarterback he's ever had this year too. So that'd be cool.
So.
Alec Pierce. I literally don't know who this is.
I think he's a rookie.
Who are you?
Or-
I literally don't know who you are. I know a lot of the rookies. Literally don't know you. I didn't think we are getting one of these this quick.
That was quick.
Yeah, seriously.
let's get it. We got Allen Robinson up next. He had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Had a little drop off last year. We're gonna go ahead and put him in a system for now because he is with the Rams, and that high-powered offense is just wild. So going into his 5th year, I think he's solid right there.
I like him in system too because clearly he hasn't done great in bad systems. So like,
Yeah.
I think that's like perfect for him. He could be really good though, but who knows?
Amari Cooper. Dang, it's actually kind of tough.
It's a tough one. Amari's tough.
Yeah. If I'm just going off instinct, I'm trying to separate fantasy because I hate him in fantasy.
He's
But-
number 1 in Cleveland. Now, what does that mean? I don't know.
That doesn't mean much. But since he was number 1 Dallas last year, I'm not putting him at borderline elite. I was putting him in system because he's not a number 2. But actually, I put him in number 2 because if one of the guys above him were on his team, he'd definitely be the number 2. But he's definitely has the capability to be elite or borderline elite. But I don't feel right putting him there.
Okay. And I think it's important to know, too, that, like, just because you're a number 2 in this list, obviously you might be the number 1 on your team, but, like...
Just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's going to be a team or two to have 2 elite or 2 borderline elite. That's just the way it's going to go, too, so... I'm getting some scrubs over here. Amari Rogers. Amari Rogers is mid. I'm gonna go mid. I don't think he's trash because I don't think it's possible to be trash when Aaron Rodgers is throwing you the ball.
Fair enough.
But otherwise, he would be. If he was on the Lions, he'd be trash.
Right.
So yeah, I think mid's a good spot.
We got Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Ooh.
Who?
What?
Nah, don't hit me with the
Nah,
hook on
don't-
this one.
don't-
That's
no, don't be
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
Yeah, don't
Hey, I don't know him.
All right, let me take over. Let me take over from my boy Brooke over here. Let me take over from my boy Brooke over here. This is
I
gonna
see
be.
he popped off. I see
Yeah.
he popped off.
We're going to put him at a number 2 right now because he had a great second half of his rookie year. Let's see you do it one more time. Let's see you get a full collective season together in still a bad offense, and we'll get you in that borderline elite tier.
This man said, "Who?"
Yeah, no, that was
Crazy.
disrespectful. That was
No,
disrespectful.
I'm gonna
All
keep it a
right.
buck. I don't be looking at the Lions.
That was
I'm not looking at
disrespectful.
them.
Bro,
He
It
was, I
is.
think, the third best wide receiver for the last 6 weeks of the year.
Like
last year.
we just started the episode. Like that's
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 crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. All right, Brooke, you go again. Redeem yourself.
We got up next. Brandon Cooks.
And this will be a telling one, G.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm curious. This is a telling one.
Yeah. Brandon Cooks, we're gonna throw him in into the system. Boy, constantly getting 1,000-yard seasons. Was on the Rams 2 years ago. Been on Houston, but I mean, he's still balling in Houston. But no. We just off of that, we put him at number 2.
Oh,
Thank
moving on.
goodness.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh,
Woo! We were sweating over there, boy.
I was giving
We're
him
like,
time.
this man's like 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. We're putting him as a system running back or wide receiver.
Look, I
Like,
wasn't
dang.
prepped for him. Y'all threw him out of nowhere. I had to run it through.
It's because
Y'all saw the brain
you
working.
weren't prepped for Amon either. So
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
That leads to me, Brandon Ayuk. God, you could have been so good.
could have been somebody. Shout out Kanye.
Rookie year was doing crazy stuff, hurdling over dudes. Last year, whatever happened in the preseason, put him in the doghouse for the first half of the year. But end of the year, he started popping off. I think him and Trey Lance would be good, but until that is proven, he is system.
Yeah, I think that's a really good spot for him. I think the only way he's good is in that system. Like if he goes to a normal team, he's probably pretty bad at this point. So kind of sad. Brian Edwards. This is kind of a weird one. I don't want to say he's mid, but he low-key is mid. He's great for fantasy. Just because they throw the ball a lot over there in Vegas. Probably won't be very good this year with the addition of Devontae Adams. So because of that, we're gonna go to mid. He's not trash though. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. We're gonna get our first prospect off the board, Traylon
Yeah.
Burks.
Yeah.
Dude hasn't played a game. So.
This guy might be a star immediately though.
Yeah.
But
But he's out of shape all the time. That's the
yeah,
thing. That's his
yeah,
MO.
we're gonna hit the is Traylon Burks fat?
Yeah. CD. I hate the Cowboys with every passion in my body, but CD's a dog. CD's a dog. I think him and Dak are gonna explode this year. So I'll put him borderline elite because he's done it 2 years in a row now. Been that dude.
I'm happy you didn't put him in a lead over AJ. I was kind of concerned there for a second there.
No, he's a dog, but he has to do it by himself now. If he does it without Cooper there and without Gallup for like probably half the year and a banged up offensive line, like then he's just him at that point.
He's just him. Yeah. Chase Claypool. Really weird one. He literally did the exact same thing that Juju did. Like they both had a pop-off season and then they both had a really, really steep regression season. I'm going to put him at the high end of system above Allen Robinson. Because I do think he's a number 2, but like, again, the regression last year was like scary. And they're not going to have a quarterback this year that knows how to throw the ball. So
I don't know. Kenny's been balling, so once they actually decide they want to start him, I think that whole offense.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge balling off preseason games because Justin Fields went crazy the other day. What's his name?
Was MVP.
Anthony Brown, Oregon legend, by the way. I hated him at Oregon because he wasn't very good. Popped off in preseason the other day. Like we're not judging that. So
The cornerback?
no, he played. No, he was a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
quarterback. He played for the Ravens.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Christian Kirk going into his 5th year. He had the best year of his career last year, but
And he got
I'm gonna go ahead.
paid.
He
Big
did.
bucks.
Got paid.
Big bucks to not hit 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I'm going to put him at mid exactly for that reason right there. Just we're going into that was his 4th year, and we're still not hitting a 1,000 with Arizona.
And
So-
all that money.
Yeah, so enjoy mid.
Okay.
Triple Crown, not 2-time, Super Bowl MVP, top 2 according to NFL, top 100 players, top 2 wide receiver in the league, and he's not number 2 on NFL. I think he's still number 2, but that makes him elite,
Yeah.
and
put him
there
over
is no
Faison.
question about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, Triple Crown's crazy. Also the most receiving yards in a season of all time. So pretty good.
Insane. Second,
Actually crazy.
he had second.
It was second most?
Yeah, because Megatron still number 1.
I
He
thought
missed
he beat
it
the
by like
Megatron season.
there was one of them he didn't beat. I don't know if it was yards or there was something he didn't beat from Megatron.
Okay, it might have been catches. I don't remember though. Corey Davis. This is trash. Corey Davis sucks. That's it.
Brooke, you got anything to say?
Corey Davis is horrible. This is what his 4th year, and he's still like horrible. Like, no. Got a first trash. Thank you, Corey.
Cortland Sutton up next. 2019, he got over 1,000. Got hurt the next year. Only had 66. He bumped up the next year. How much are we going into projections? Because I want to
A little bit, a good
A
amount.
little bit.
A good
I
amount.
want to put it on prospect just because he's getting back on par. So I'm going to put Cortland Sutton on prospect just off of what you did in 2019. You had a bad year because you get injured. You get a better year. We'll see what happens now when you got a good QB thrown to you. So
Cortland Sutton will be Cooper Cup this year. Not Triple Crown and stuff like that. But
Okay,
as far
I
as
was like, hold on.
no. As far as like,
I wasn't taking it that far.
no, as far as like a jump in production because of an upgrading quarterback,
Okay, I got you.
that'll be him.
I got you. Okay, I can get down to that.
Jay Crowder, he's mid. He is a decent wide receiver. Nothing against him, but he's like better than Amari Rodgers and Brian Edwards.
Yeah,
We brought him into Buffalo to be the slot guy, and he got outplayed, so he probably won't be our starting slot guy, which is funny.
that is kind of
So,
funny.
mid.
that is kind of funny.
And the guy who beat him is not even on this list. Shout out Isaiah McKenzie.
Shout out Isaiah McKenzie. Yeah, he's not on this list. There's just too many guys. Again, there's 90 plus receivers on this list. Like,
Yeah.
there's only so much
Yeah.
as people that we can do. Curtis Samuel. I actually want to do like a quick Curtis Samuel, like, because I don't even know how his.
He
year
didn't
went last
play.
year.
He didn't play last year, I don't think, because he was
I don't
hurt.
think so either. Because I can't even think about what he's done recently.
Because he
Yeah,
got he was
last
with
year he had
him and
6
DJ.
receptions. He got hurt pretty early.
Yeah.
So that's a really weird one then. I'm gonna put him in system because I think Curtis Samuel is actually a pretty good guy, and I'm gonna put him above Ayuk and Allen Robinson. He's probably the best receiver in Carolina, and they have multiple mid quarterbacks. It could be good, it could not. I'm not really sure. The injury guys are weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't really know how to feel about that. He's never had 1,000 yards, but I think he's actually pretty talented.
Speaking of talented, we got Devontae Adams up next. Got to put him next to Cooper Cup. Elite.
Yeah, he got the bag.
No.
Whichever order you put him in does not matter to me.
I got Cooper before him just because that was again the best wide receiver year. Like,
I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah. Then we got Debo, who is the best yards after catch guy in the league. He can turn a 5-yard slant into a 95-yard touchdown with ease.
yeah,
So elite.
I think he's elite. I have one issue with Debo is I don't think he's actually a good wide receiver. I think he's just a crazy playmaker.
Well, regardless.
Yeah,
he's elite.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you're getting yards. You're getting yards. Like that's
Yeah.
it's the point guard argument in the NBA, but like
Yeah.
it's not a good like route runner or anything. But who cares?
Yeah.
Devin Duvernay. They have not given me like a single good player.
Like, you get all the
Jesus
rough
Christ,
ones.
Devin Duvernay sucks. He's trash.
But his last name is cool. Duvernay.
It is cool. It is cool.
Well, he's going to be number 2 this year.
That's what's crazy. Don't care. I feel bad for the Ravens because the Ravens have so much talent on both sides of the ball, but like, have they ever had good receivers? Like literally ever?
Um,
Because I couldn't name you one that's like beyond a number 2 on a tier list. Off the top of my head,
they've had-
I'm
they've had
sure. I'm
good
sure
tight
Ravens fans are in the chat like, "Yeah, how could you forget this guy?" It's like, bro.
but they've had dog tight ends, like really good tight ends.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Uncle Shay.
Uncle Shay Shay.
Yeah, he's trash.
We got Devontae Smith coming up next. Just going into his second year, I'm going to put him as a number 2 because he balled out, and I think we're going to get more of that. So, I'm not going to say he's elite, anywhere near elite yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely number 2.
That whole like little rookie class, like him, Jamar, Waddle, they all pretty much snapped.
Yeah, they did. But that was really solid at the end.
Yeah.
Good, yeah, good for them. D Hop, obviously, an elite, has the best hands in the league still. Just is not playing 6 games because of Peds.
Did we take
like-
that into account at all? That he's a cheater?
Yeah, we
But I
got to put him
um,
borderline elite just off of that.
I won't.
It's all the drugs.
He's staying in
still-
elite. but
He's staying elite. He's not moving.
It's all the drugs.
he's staying in elite, but
Yeah.
you know. Speaking of elite, Stephon Diggs, he will be the fringiest elite there is on this list. He will probably be the bottom of the elite the whole time. If there's like 9 guys in elite, he'll be the one to slide down the borderline. But Stephon Diggs is a dog. He's my favorite player in the league.
9 guys in elite.
I'm
and
saying if
Stephon
there
Diggs?
are, he's the one that goes down. We're not putting 9 guys elite. That's just not how this works.
Debo's better than Diggs,
You're the one who said Debo's elite, not me.
but he's better than Diggs.
I never said that, but he's a better playmaker. So yeah, 100%, 100%.
Nah,
You're the one who put him in elite, not me. I wouldn't even. put
I
Debo.
did not say Debo is. I mean, that doesn't.
You
mean
literally
he's better than-
did. See,
But I'm
that's
saying
what's
that
crazy.
That does not mean Diggs is not better than Debo.
I
Diggs is
think
better.
if you'd
We'll
rather have
come
a
back-
guy,
we'll come back
we'll come
around
back
to
to
this.
this. You'll go
Diggs
back.
is top.
We
Diggs
got
is
a
top
lot.
5.
We got a lot.
Diggs
Diggs
is not
is
top
top
5.
5.
He's not top 5.
He is top 5.
He's not top
I will
5.
argue that one to the grave.
That's
Top
what's
5.
crazy. He's not. It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Top 5.
okay.
BK.
Deontay Johnson. We're gonna throw him in system. He been
That voice started choking.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I gotta stop interrupting.
That voice started choking.
we putting him in system.
Put him in system. That easy.
My heart. Okay. We'll move on. DJ Chark. Trash.
Yeah, he is pretty ass.
Next.
He's pretty bad. DJ Moore. Two, bottom of 2. I think.
He's had what, like 4,000-yard seasons in a row with Sam Darnold and whoever else their quarterbacks were. Cam Newton, like bum Cam Newton.
Yeah, bum Cam Newton too. He had Cam. Don't disrespect Cam. He had like a 5 touchdown game one time. Yeah, he's a number 2. I don't think he's like elite like in any regard.
Yeah. He's a tough one. I think
Yeah,
he's like
he's a tough one because I think the numbers are a little deceiving. But he's definitely good.
Yeah. DK Metcalf, we're gonna throw him in number 2, right behind Amari. I'm not gonna put him anywhere in elite right now, just because DK is just a big body who needs to be like a tight end, but he's super quick and got hands. So
I think
Big body
the
burns.
regression last year was like really telling for him
yeah,
because he was the number 1 and just kind of folded.
yeah. People learn how to guard him.
Yeah.
Drake London, first wide receiver taken in the draft. So I don't know. I have nothing know about him yet. So prospect.
Yeah.
But he'll be on the Falcons, so I think he'll have like a Kyle Pitts type season where he'll probably go off as far as yards, but the touchdown production will not be there.
Okay. Okay. Elijah Moore, bro, please. I've gotten digs and that's it. Elijah Moore. Uh, I
Don't
want to
forget
say
business.
system. I think he's okay, but like I wouldn't want him on my team.
Dang.
I'm gonna put him in system out of respect. Out of respect for what I did to Corey Davis.
Dwayne Eskridge, I don't know who you are. I would put you as a prospect, but we
We
had
have a rank for you.
we
Yeah.
got a rank for you. And who?
No, seriously, who are you?
I don't know,
Seriously.
bro.
Russell Gage, he's mid. Russell Gage is mid. He did decently without Ridley there when he went to his mental health break last year, but I don't get the hype in Tampa for him. But that's what Tampa fans tend to do. So
They just get a guy and they root for him. They're simple. They're simple men. Michael Gallup. He should be a number 2. He's literally a number 2. I feel like he's hurt for 6 games every season. Am I wrong in thinking that? Is he? I feel like
No.
he is.
with them 6 games, he be hooping. Or not
Yeah,
hooping,
I'm
but-
gonna put him at
He'd be
number
hooping.
2 above St. Brown, which is funny that I'm putting him above Amari Cooper. But I've always thought he was better than Amari Cooper, so that kind of works out. That fits my narrative really well. I don't think Amari Cooper is as great as people thought he was when they traded for him.
when he's on the Raiders.
Yeah, when they traded him from the Raiders to the Cowboys, I always just like thought he was okay. Yeah. So yeah, that fits my narrative very well.
Fair enough. My boy Garrett Wilson, prospect. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think he'll be really good though. I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a hot take. Chris Godwin, borderline elite. I think him and Mike Evans are both in that tier. I mean, not to jump the gun, but Chris Godwin, he's a dog. He's a dog.
No, I can get behind that. Godwin's good. We need him to get healthy, but he's super
Yeah.
good. AJ Green is mid these days. It's sad. He had a couple good games last year though, so I'm gonna put him above Jamison Crowder because he's actually still gonna get snaps. But he's mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
McCole Hardman, you're good because you're on the Chiefs and you got Patty, so just gonna throw you in system.
Where in system?
In front of Elijah.
Behind Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Marquise Brown, I think he is the forever number 2 receiver that any team would love to have on their team, but it sucks when he's your number 1. So number 2.
Number 2. I feel like I'm gonna put him right behind DK as well.
Yeah, he's a deep threat. Has a little problem with his ability to catch the ball and hold on. I remember there's one game with the Ravens he missed back to back bombs for
Just
touchdowns.
his hands are not really great. Jahan Dotson. I know who you are, but the casual fan doesn't know who you are. So you're going into who are you?
Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like we're the ones who study this, and we're still like Commanders, you know.
Yeah.
So, I actually think Dotson has a lot of talent though, but not anybody outside of film rooms don't know who he is. So
Fair.
Jacoby Myers, based off of what he's been doing, I'm gonna throw him in mid. He's been progressing every year in New England, so we'll throw him at the bottom of the barrel in mid right now.
yeah.
Jamar Chase. This is tough to me because He's one of those cusp guys. Like, but it's not because of talent. It's just because he did it once. So because he did it once, I put him borderline.
Where in borderline?
Like ahead of AJ Brown, like
Okay.
top of
It
borderline.
was the best rookie year ever. It was
Yeah,
the
no,
extra
he's like-
game, but
like last week. I don't remember who it was, but half of their head was in elite, and the bottom half was in whatever was underneath. That's him.
yeah. I forgot who that was too, but I got you. Jameson Williams, another prospect. He will be really good though, so I'm putting him at the top of the prospects. Yeah, he's a dog.
I think he's missing a lot of the first part of
Yeah,
the season.
he is. Yeah, just for that, we're gonna put him below Garrett, but and Drake. But I think he's actually gonna be the best of the three when he plays this year. Just this year.
Jarvis Landry, we're gonna throw him in front of DJ Moore too. The regression has been tough, but you're in Cleveland, so I'm not gonna knock too hard for that, just because Cleveland's a wasteland, and it sucks that you got to be there. So you're number 2 for now.
He's still in Cleveland, right?
I
actually don't.
He's
know.
on the Saints now,
He's on the Saints.
so
Yeah.
that's gonna be nice for him.
They have a
Jarvis
good.
and the-
They're gonna have a really good receiving core.
Yeah, Jarvis, slant god if he ever plays, and then they got a rookie too, so they're kind of chilling over there. Okay.
Jerry Judy, I think he's like at the end of the. Well, no, he's ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown as far as number 2.
Okay.
I think he's really good. Like hasn't had luck with quarterbacks, but I
The
think
numbers
with him
haven't
and-
like popped yet, but he's still
Yeah, like the talent's there, and you can clearly see the talent's there.
Okay. Hey, Justin Jefferson. If he's not elite, I don't really know what is. I'm gonna put him at number 3 in the elite as well.
Wide receiver number 1 this year.
Yeah, it's like for fantasy purposes, he's gonna be the best wide receiver in fantasy, and I think he's probably projecting going to be the best wide receiver in football this year. But
Yeah,
That's
I was gonna
just
say both.
but that's just projecting. I'm gonna put him at number 3 on this list just because the other guys have too much like merit not to be ahead of him. But JJ is crazy. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juju Smith-Schuster. We're gonna throw him like right in between DJ Moore and Marquise Brown on number 2. I do think he's gonna be better in Kansas City, but I mean he's been regressing a little bit, hasn't been too healthy also, so we'll see what happens over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his
if-
I think his time in Pittsburgh kind of ran thin too. Like I think
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
new scenery would be really nice for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got what he was bombed. Like he was really good his rookie year. Then Antonio Brown left, and then it kind of like exposed him a little bit, but it didn't help that Ben's your quarterback, and then he got hurt. So it's like,
Yeah, it was
Fresh
like a
start
lot
for
of
him.
weird circumstances.
yeah. Julio Jones. This is 2017. He'd be number 1.
It's
But this is
2022.
2022. So do not hate me.
Do it.
But
Do it.
he's
Do it.
mid. Julio's mid now.
Yeah.
He's the best mid, but he's mid now. Like he played what, maybe 3 games in Tennessee. Like he's
He
injury
wasn't
prone.
good in those games either.
No,
Yeah, so it's
Not
like
good
don't
this
really.
year.
Like, I mean, he has Tom
Nico
Brady,
punching
so-
air right now.
No, Nico didn't join the fantasy league, so I don't care what he does. He can punch a brick wall right now until he joins.
Keenan Allen, maybe the most disrespected wide receiver in the league for whatever reason. He's borderline elite. He's above AJ Brown. He's never gonna be elite for whatever reason. I think it's because of that disrespect factor. He actually gets like the same disrespect that Mike Evans gets for whatever reason. But he's borderline elite. He's really good. That offense is gonna be insane this year.
Kenny Galladay. You're at 2,000 plus seasons. Shout out Matt Stafford. You've been trash
Thank you.
ever since. So
Thank you.
enjoy it.
You put him in trash?
Yes.
Dude, he had like 300 yards.
I'm just
and,
asking.
like-
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
thought
Matt
you were, like-
Stafford crutch is very real. He's going at the top though. I don't care. You
That
can't have
is
a
fair.
1,000. You
He-
can't have 1,000 yard season
could
and not
weather-
be at least at the top of trash.
Yeah, and I was watching him like the practices, like
No, he's horrible.
him,
Yeah, he's
like he
horrible.
was horrendous.
It was
Like
one of those
his
things. You
footwork.
remember a couple years ago, not to David too hard, but like when Kenny Galladay was just like, everybody get this guy. He's a sleeper in fantasy. And it was every outlet was telling you that. And I'm like, bro, I watched this guy play twice a year against the Vikings. He's not that good.
Yeah,
I was
he's
trying to
he's
tell
a deep
people, like,
threat.
he's not that good.
Yeah, just a deep threat. KJ Osborne, I think he'll be really good. But until that's being said, prospect, because just it's hard to have production behind Jettis and Thielen. So we'll see.
We'll see. He's done pretty well when he's been called on. So shout out. Hamler. I don't really know a whole lot about him, honestly.
He tore his ACL last year, so he didn't play.
Okay,
So
so
that's-
he was a rookie last year, right?
A rookie or a sophomore. He's really
Okay.
young.
I'm putting him under prospect because I don't know anything about him. I literally anything about him. I've seen the name, but I couldn't tell you a thing he's done. So
LaVisca Chenault Jr. I don't know too much about you. He got back-to-back 600+ yard seasons, but I'm gonna go ahead throw him on who you is, whose man's is this?
You could have put him on trash, and I'd have been okay with that.
You know,
He sucked.
he's going to trash. Fair enough.
he's not very
Wise
good.
words of G-Man.
Him and DJ Chark teammates just shaking hands down there in trash.
Nah, DJ Chark's in Detroit now.
Is he? Okay. Yeah, he was there
Yeah.
last. Yeah.
Yeah, last year, but
Yeah.
yeah. Alan Lazard, I think, is the definition of a system player, and he's gonna have to end up at least getting to the number 2 if Aaron Rodgers is going to want to be successful in Green Bay. So I'll put him at the bottom of system because I do think when he has been showing like his talent, he has been really pretty good. So, and for whatever reason, once the top wide receiver in Green Bay leaves, some person just shows up as the next dog. Jordy Nelson left, Devontae Adams popped out, so maybe Devontae Adams pops out, leaves, and then Lazard pops up. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Lazard. I think it'll be insert NPC here. But
Yeah.
you know, Tyler Lockett. Just such a number 2. It hurts. Like he's cool. He's good. Yeah. No Russell Wilson makes him like bad. He's gonna have a horrible year.
Since I had to put the other dude in trash, Terrace Marshall, trash. We got a sample size too. You got 138 yards catches. Trash.
No, Terrence. Yeah.
Yeah. No complaints here.
Yeah.
Marvin Jones is very interesting.
Super interesting.
I love Marvin Jones, and for that, I'm putting him as a number 2 because he was balling in Jacksonville and he was balling in Detroit and wherever else I forget he was somewhere. I think the Giants. He was balling out there too. So
Where are we putting him though?
bottom of number 2.
Okay. Under
Like,
under
wherever-
Tyler Lockett?
Yeah, like wherever he goes, Marvin Jones is good.
Okay. This is a pretty good one. Terry McLaurin. Borderline elite.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put him above Chris Godwin, and I'm actually gonna put him above CeeDee Lamb too. He's just been doing it every year that he's been in the league already, and he's going into year 4, and he's been very good all 4 of those years. He had I don't know if you guys saw it. He had like a little interview, and they asked him to name all the starting quarterbacks that he's played with. I think it was like 8 of them.
Yeah, this is
Like,
nice.
dog, 8
Carson Wentz is
quarterbacks
ninth.
in 3 years. That's so bad.
And
Yeah,
with
that's
3
terrible.
1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah,
So-
so I think he's borderline elite. And if he played on a team with like elite quarterback, he could very well be an elite, but he never will unless he leaves. So, hey,
Fair enough. John Michie, we throwing him on prospect.
yep.
He might not even end up playing football because
Yeah,
he has
he's on the
leukemia.
injured reserve right now.
Yeah, he has leukemia, so he's not playing this year.
It's a rough one.
Yeah. Mike Evans, right next to good old Keenan Allen, with most disrespected player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also right next to Keenan Allen,
Yeah,
borderline elite.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But ahead of Keenan Allen, I think Mike
Ahead of
Evans is
him.
better.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a touchdown guy, which is really nice.
1,000 yards, touchdowns, gotta love it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I actually think this is probably my super hot take of the whole thing. I think Mike Williams is borderline elite.
Mm.
I think he's the bottom of it. It's a dig situation. If there's too many guys and we got to move somebody down, it's him. But I think Mike Williams is really, really, really good. Yeah, I don't know. I love what he does over there in that offense, and I think he just provides a lot of support when because Keenan is prone to like a bad game or two, and whenever he has that, Mike just pops off.
And Mike Williams, the first 6-7 games of the year, stupid, was going
Insane,
legit stupid.
and he's so able to catch like lightning in a bottle, and that's what elite people do, or like close to it. So
I do think he becomes number one at the end of the year too on the Chargers. I think come playoff time, Mike Williams is de facto number one.
okay, so you're on this take then with me.
I think he's good. I like Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not mad at that. Darnell Mooney, I want to go ahead and throw him in system just because he's been progressing. I do think Fields and the Bears will give him a little bit more to work with, and I think he'll strive. So
I like
He's
that.
definitely going to be the only redeemable player on that offense. So.
yeah, so
Yeah. MVS, Marcus Valdez Scantling.
Tampa legend.
Tampa legend. Tampa mid legend. I think he's mid.
Yeah.
No, he's like end of system.
End of system next to Lazard.
Yeah, like at the very, very back.
Okay.
Just because he had Rodgers, so you get that little cushion.
You get the
So
cushion. You get the cushion.
And now he's gonna have Mahomes, so he'll still have that cushion. So
yeah, it's a weirder cushion, but it might be a better one.
Yeah.
Nelson Aguilar. Oh baby, I can't wait to throw you in the trash tier. He actually had a decent year last year though, so that's not gonna put him in trash. We're gonna put him in mid, over Jamison Crowder, but I want to put him in trash so bad. I hate Nelson Aguilar.
Hey man, that's 813. You got to show some kind of love.
I don't show any love, not to him, bro. I've seen him brick so many passes that it's like angered me. But he had a decent year, so we're gonna put him in mid.
He's friends with my uncle, so I can't say much about him.
Hey, shout out, friend of the pod. I just chewed you.
Shout out. That's crazy.
Fun fact about Nelson Aguilar: when I was in middle school and he was like in high school playing basketball at Berkeley, went to a summer camp. He was my basketball. He's like one of the coaches for the summer camp. So
it's cool.
He's always a really cool guy.
So yeah.
He said I was nice. I was like, yeah.
Fair enough.
This dude right here isn't even good enough to be on a team, so I'm just gonna throw him in trash.
Damn.
OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know what's going on, but
I thought you were serious. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
GG don't be giving nobody a chance to talk, dog. Throw Odell in borderline elite because the man gets it done. It sucks that he got hurt in Super Bowl. The way things were looking, that boy was
really well.
balling.
Yeah,
balling.
Really
so
well.
we're gonna throw him in borderline elite. Just
but he's not even on a roster.
It sucks, bro. I don't know what's going on. Like,
it's crazy.
Damn, nobody wants him. Man's trash. I don't know what to tell you.
He'll be in Buffalo by like week 7.
We're waiting until week 7 to sign OBJ though. Like, that's crazy.
It's not because he's not good. It's just because he wants to get healthy.
He's getting healthy, and we're waiting for other guys to get hurt, so he fills the void. So it might not be Buffalo. Like, say, insert team here that gets a wide receiver 2 hurt. He's like, oh, that's crazy. And then now all of a sudden he's a Charger now.
But yeah, he'll definitely be on a top 5 team though.
Yeah.
Don't know which one, but the top 5 team he shall be. Maybe not Tampa, but about it. Chris Olave. At the end of the season, hot take, he will be borderline elite. Until then, he's the best prospect on this list.
You can put him at borderline elite if you want to, bro.
He hasn't played a game, so I'm not doing that to his career.
Okay.
I don't want to be
we're not
responsible
gonna
for that.
we're not gonna we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
Where's he going?
Prospect, top of prospect.
Top. He's the best prospect.
Yeah.
I think he'll be rookie wide receiver #1 this year.
Okay. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this man's name. He's going into Who Are You? I'm gonna vibe. I'm gonna move on.
They cut like his name is so long. It's like
It's not even in
a-
there fully. That's why I don't want to say it because it's not even there. You can't read
It's
his
like-
name.
It's like something Zaki Ayas or something like
He's
that.
trying. Give up.
Yeah, well,
It's over. I'm sorry.
leave him with whatever respect he had.
Devontae Parker, he finally gets some new scenery. Been in Miami his whole life. Going into his 8th year, but he had one over 1,000-yard season, and just everything else had just been mid. So
Made it is.
mid.
And he's injury prone.
Yeah. So
George Pickens. If there's a category that said dog, that's where George Pickens would be. And another hot take, he will also be up in borderline elite when the season is done. He'll be the #1 wide receiver on his team ahead of Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. But again, until that, he'll be right behind Chris Olave.
Okay.
Like I think this draft class will kind of have a similar out,
I mean, the
Like,
last
kind
three
of
have
like-
been crazy.
like
Yeah.
Jamar Chase,
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Smith. I think Chris Olave, George Pickens, and I don't even know. Maybe Drake London have that kind of year too.
Okay. Michael Pittman, #2. He is going to be the #2. I think he's gonna go crazy this year, Matt Ryan. I really do.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna go
Weird.
crazy. And if there's a yard this year that's like gained, that's not from Jonathan Taylor, it'll be from Michael Pittman.
fair enough. I'm gonna put Quez Watkins in prospect just because last year was his 2nd year, but pretty much his first like true season on the field, and he put up almost 700 yards. And I feel like with where this Philadelphia offense is going, he's gonna get a lot of touches and a lot of chances to ball out. So we're gonna go ahead and put him behind like Sutton in prospect.
Okay.
Rashad Bateman. I think he's gonna be really good. He missed like the first half of the year, so really small sample size, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a choice. Like he really doesn't have a choice.
He has to be
but
good.
to be good.
He has to be good.
But we'll put him in prospect just because not a big enough sample size.
We'll put him towards the top though.
Yeah, like probably like
Putting him at #2
Right
over
behind-
Pickens because he actually played a
yeah.
little bit. And again, he has to be a #1. Just has to be. Jalen Rager has the most
Ooh.
unfortunate luck of his life that he had to follow Nelson Aguilar and become Nelson Aguilar 2.0 and be attached to Justin Jefferson, who was going to be the best wide receiver in football this year. And Jalen Rager is simply not. He's trash.
And hot trash at that.
Yeah. Dropped 2 balls in the end zone that I watched last year that would have been game winners, and these bricked off his hands. It was crazy.
Hunter Renfro, we're gonna throw into a #2. Put him above like DK.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him over DJ Moore, too. But I'm going to slot him in under.
Fair enough.
I'm telling you, man, Hunter Renfro, one of the
No, he's
best
nice.
route
That's what I'm
runners in
saying.
the league.
I wanted to see him on that top line. I think he's better than Jarvis, too. I'm going to flip them. I'm scared.
Let's see. We got Calvin Ridley. Golly. This is tough just because I think Calvin Ridley is really good. Like, really, really good. And I think if he played last year,
Or this year.
like the whole season, he'd be probably borderline elite. And I think even if he was playing this year, he would be on borderline elite. But he's not because he decided he wanted to bet $1,500, but Deshaun Watson's playing. No, I'm not even gonna get into it. Just put him in system just because. No, he's number 2. He's still good. I'm not gonna do that to him. We'll put
Poor
him number
Calvin.
2 is like. I think he's better than Gallup. I think that's kind of where he's at.
Okay. So above Judy and Gallup, behind Cooks. Yeah, like if he were playing, he would be a stud, but like he's not playing. So
Yeah.
by the time he comes
Yeah.
back, he's probably gonna be trash, and then
We'll
then
see.
we can go our whole life saying, well, if only he didn't get suspended more to Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Robbie Anderson is so mid that he would be half mid, half trash, and split. But there's 2 groups between them, so we can't do that to him. He's just not enough neck to like do that. So he's going bottom of the mid.
I blame the Wicks,
I blame it all.
but blaming the Wicks on him.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to blame
on
with
him.
Robbie. The man. Yeah.
Robert Woods. He's gonna go at the very top of number 2. I don't want to put him elite, but he very much could be. And I think Tennessee is. They need him.
They need him.
For lack of, they need him, and they need him to be really good. He got hurt last year, couldn't play, but he's been balling, so he's right there on the fringe.
Whenever he's healthy, he's really good.
No.
Rondale Moore. He prospect.
Yeah.
I mean, he had an okay year, I guess, behind what D Hop and Christian Kirk and Zach Ertz. So now he gets to step up. So we'll see what happens, at least for 6 games. So we'll put him there.
Okay. Sterling Shepard. Mid or trash? You guys tell me.
He's mid. Sterling's
he's
not
mid,
bad.
too.
He's just always hurt. That's the only thing that sucks
I'm
about
gonna
him.
put him above Russell Gage and Amari and Jameson. He's going right behind Aguilar. He's fine. He's so
Yeah.
fine.
Fair enough. Sky Moore, prospect. I don't really know too much about him, so
Yeah, we play with Mahomes, so he has that chance.
he does have the chance.
Darius Slayton. I think he's good. Like, I think he's a good wide receiver.
He had a really
Just-
good year a couple years ago.
He's just in a very unfortunate situation. So I'll put him in system because I think he's better than mid.
I like him.
I
I
think-
like him. I'm putting him above Claypool. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's good. Just unfortunate circumstances. Hate to
Yeah.
see it.
You hate to see it.
This is a big one.
T. Higgins. I'm not sure if he's the second best wide receiver on the Bengals. I like Tyler Boyd a lot. I'm going to make him, in terms of projections, the number 2 on this team. And he's going to have a pretty good year. And I'm going to put him behind Brandon Cooks. I think he's actually going to ball out. I think he's really talented. Like, that's maybe the most talented number 2 receiver, not named Mike Williams, on any team. Chris
No.
Godwin's really good
I
too.
think
But
I think I would put him at borderline elite because T Higgins is that guy.
yeah, I agree. He's just never had like the numbers in a season for it, and he's never going to be the best receiver on his own team. So I kind of want to see him have like a really good statistical year.
Fair enough. Michael Thomas, we're gonna throw him borderline elite. We'll put him right behind Mike Evans just because slant guy, baby.
I think
No
it's easy
one
for
wants
everybody
that
to forget
slant
how good Michael Thomas was.
Yeah.
What 1,900 yards with Drew Brees
Yeah,
So
like the
2019
corpse of
2019
Drew
season.
Brees.
was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
All off slants.
slant guy, baby.
It's the best nickname in sports.
Tim Patrick, I love you. I'm so sorry you tore your ACL. That hurt me. He was gonna be a number 2 this year with Russell Wilson, but I don't know. He's still kind of young, right?
Yeah.
Still pretty young.
I think that was just. I
Huh.
think he's going into year 3.
You put him in prospect just because he's not playing this year, so we'll see what happens in 2023.
put him next to his teammate over there. Kadarius Toney. Oh, what a weird one. This is a prospect. We're gonna put him at like the top of system though.
He is so shifty.
Yeah, he's like really talented. Just he's kind of a lot. he's kind of a lot.
Traquan Smith. We got a big sample size, and we're not getting anything out of that. So go ahead, give me mid.
Traquan, baby.
He has a cool name though.
That's a
I'll
great
give him
name.
that.
Yeah,
He does.
that's a good name.
T.Y. Hilton once upon a time was good, but now he's trash.
Trash?
Trash.
Okay.
Top of trash, but he's trash.
Okay. That's fair. Tyler Boyd. I'm also gonna throw in number 2. I love Tyler Boyd. He's single-handedly saved fantasy seasons for me. And he was really good. He's like, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like Anthony Rizzo from the old Cubs teams, where he's like the only redeemable thing for a while on a team,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden there's better people, but he's still like the guy they really like. Obviously
Yeah.
they like Jamar more, but he stuck through the hard times.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Thornton. I don't know anything about him.
Patriots.
We're gonna throw him on prospect.
If you don't know anything about him, there's a spot for him.
Who
There's a whole spot for
are
him.
you?
Who are you? My greatest nemesis, Tyreek Hill. Trash. No, I'm joking. He's elite. Can't put him anywhere else because he's so freaking fast.
He's so fast.
Like, doesn't make any sense, and he's probably number 4.
Yeah, I put him at I think 5 here. I have him behind D Hop, but 4 probably makes more sense because D Hop's not playing. So yeah,
And he has a fat neck.
he is just the thickest like upper body ever. It's crazy. Van Jefferson, top of system. Van Jefferson is like really sneaky good.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, Van Jefferson's a really weird one because just like he's never been above wide receiver like 4 on the Rams, and he still puts up pretty good numbers despite like starting half the snaps. It's crazy.
Jalen Waddell. We're gonna throw him in borderline elite right now because that boy a baller, and
Yeah.
the upside is crazy with him.
And he's also just as fast
Yeah.
as Tyreek Hill.
He's crazy. They just
we
have
get to-
blazing speed as wide receivers over there.
We get to see them, and he has Cedric Wilson. He's fast too, but we get to see them twice a year. Fun. But we'll be in cover 2 all day.
All day, baby.
Wandale Robinson, prospect. I think he'll be good.
You're a
Just
better man than me.
and he's a rookie. He's a rookie. I can't say nothing about him.
You're a better
Yeah.
man than me. Sammy Watkins is trash.
Thank you.
He's not even at the top of trash. I'm putting him somehow above Corey Davis. He's on the pack right now, right?
No, he's on. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, Packers.
Okay, he's going to mid then. The Rodgers crutch is crazy.
We got the Tampa boy coming out of Plant, Christian Watson, prospect.
He went to Plant.
Yeah.
Really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Huh. Well, we're done. We did it. We did it. That's a lot.
That was so
There's
much.
so many wide receivers. I wish we could talk more about certain guys. Is there anybody that we don't think we place properly?
Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson, will we put him system? I think I'd be super down
He's
to
the number
switch him and
2.
Jarvis. Like a straight switch would be like my one.
I think Deontay Johnson is number 2. He's raw. He's really good.
That's what I'm cool with the switch.
Yeah, we're gonna just
Fair
straight
enough.
switch those two.
Fair enough.
Any other moves? I think everybody else is pretty good. I think there's some guys that could be higher, but like,
Like I said, I don't think I would put T. Higgins in elite because I do think he's. I would say from
is T. Higgins better
Ter-
than Devontae Smith though? Like,
yes.
no, he's not. No, he's
Dude,
not.
T. Higgins.
I like T. Higgins too. He's a stud, but is he bad?
Yeah.
His rookie year, he snapped. He probably had the second best Bengals wide receiver rookie year behind Ocho.
Well, third best now.
Yeah, now it's third best, but
Third best.
I think
now.
T. Higgins on majority of the teams in the NFL is wide receiver 1 by far.
Yeah, I mean, I put him at high on 2. I don't know.
No.
And Sutton. My boy disrespected Sutton, but that's okay.
I mean, he said prospect, so like whatever.
I
That's
guess,
cool.
yeah.
That's cool. Sutton had a baller rookie year.
19.
Was this rookie year?
2019.
Yeah, he
Had, like,
balled out.
almost
It's weird to
11
put a guy that's been in the
1100.
league 3 years in prospect, but we did it with.
Well,
Osborne,
again,
too,
it
so-
was just because he got hurt and all that. So
No, I'm not mad at it
yeah,
because there's not really an injured tier. We could have done an injured tier or like an uncertain tier, but that would have been. I'm sure there would have been so many guys in that.
uncertain would have just been a cop out one.
A cop out.
Yeah, like I don't know about you, so I'm just gonna push
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm not here for the cop outs. I'm not here for the cop. It's crazy the world we live in now. If you showed this list to somebody in 2016, not 16, we'll say 2018, and we have T.Y. Hilton in trash, Kenny Galladay in trash, Julio Jones, A.J. Green in mid, and
They're-
Sammy Watkins in mid, they'd be like, how could you?
What?
How could you? But I mean, that's
Fortunate.
Crazy what happens in a couple years.
especially with wide receivers, man, they just fall off a cliff. Wide receiver football is the weirdest sport in the world. Like running backs actually evaporate. Todd Gurley, what happened? Is he bagging
David
groceries?
Johnson.
Where is he? What is he doing? Is he on
Bro,
a
he
team?
was my favorite running back in the league.
Is he on a team?
He just
No.
disappeared.
He's not playing. Like
he had
running backs.
one of the best running back years ever, and just gone.
Running backs, what, like after 26, 27? Unless you're Derrick Henry, you're gone.
Well, Derrick
Who
Henry's
even
what,
knows how
28?
long
Like it's not
Derrick
even
Henry-
Henry. This might be his last year. Like
I think last year was his last year. I think this is.
there's never enough. This is diverging from the wide receivers, but there's never enough respect put on what like Adrian Peterson did, or like
Frank Gore.
Frank. I was about to say Frank Gore. Like those two guys, they were good for 15 years. Like, come on. Frank Gore was like effective 2 years ago. He was like a legitimately usable running back. And
Yeah,
Adrian Peterson was too. Like they were usable.
Frank Gore is like number 3 all time in rushing yards. And
Yeah.
that's
Crazy.
due to longevity.
Yeah. And he was never like overly dominant, but like
But
he was always
where it's
up
due.
there. Yeah, it's crazy when like certain guys are just able to stay around, especially in football, man. Be safe out there.
Football's wild.
Be safe out there.
Make sure you stretch.
Make sure you
make sure you-
stretch.
You gotta stretch.
If you play on turf, I'm sorry, that sucks.
Turf is brutal.
Turf hurts.
Turf is really rough. Shout out Minnesota. Nobody's really gotten hurt from it, so that's nice. Maybe we got that.
You
good
got
turf.
You got some wood.
I like what the Cardinals do. They have like the
They
turf.
don't got wood.
No wood.
No wood.
The
No wood.
turf like slides out. Have you guys seen that? So like
With
in
the-
Arizona,
with the
it's
Cardinal?
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually turf. It's grass, and their field is grass, and they slide it out of the stadium. Like it's literally a slide out, and they put it outside so it can like get sunlight and like be
Yeah.
grass.
If I'm not mistaken,
It's crazy.
I think the Raiders do that too. If I'm not mistaken,
It's wild. It's a super cool
it's
concept.
so cool. Like they
Yeah.
just put it on tracks and you get
Yeah.
fresh grass inside a dome. It's wild.
That's fire.
Yeah,
It's
super
really
fire.
cool. It's really
super
really.
fire.
I think the whole league should get rid of turf, though.
Yeah, the sport's already dangerous enough.
Yeah.
It's already. They make so much money. Give them some grass, please.
Please.
Let these guys try and stay healthy at least.
Yeah.
But you guys have any other statements on these wide receivers before we head out of here?
No,
Oh, we did a lot.
We did a lot.
I'm very tired. If we're being completely honest, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I was ready to tap out halfway through.
Yeah, that'll happen. There's just too many guys.
Y'all be easy.
Y'all be safe. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing if you're watching on YouTube. And if you don't already, make sure you follow us at Spectators Media on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. We'll be back next week or maybe later this week. Who's to say? But we got the running back list coming soon. So we'll see you guys then. Enjoy week 1 of college football, baby. Let's go,
Let's go.
Peace.